Yahweh Shemil Shabash, Wadash, double honors to the elder apostles and the bishops of Great Millstone, even the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word in truth and in sincerity, the hope of Lord Tabernacle of David. The elder Yahshua, I'm back with the WW3 Daily Update. Shalom and salutations to you all. FPV drones are destroying the Israeli military. What are drones very much akin to in this war? They're very much akin to missiles. So we're going to lump them in together with missiles. So let's go to missiles, Joel 2. And let's see if we can see some drones. Come on, Joel. Yeah, come on. This is crazy. Slocky, bear with me. Problem here. Something wrong with the internet here. We'll give it a little time, see what it does. Yep. Let's see, there's somewhere else I can go. Oh, not really. Oh, that destroying something. Let's see. I don't know what this is. Come on, Google. Let's go. Why is this acting up? Bible Hub. You know what? It did this earlier to me today with the King James Bible. So I already know what this is. Everything else is going to work except for. Wow. It's not going to let me get scriptures. Let's see. That's already there. What can I get out of here? Look at Ezra's 9. We're looking at drones. We're looking at drones here. International intrigues. International intrigues. Okay. 2 Ezra's 9 and 3. There will be earthquakes, national rebellions, international intrigues, unstable leaders, confused rulers. When you see these things happening, you will know that they are what the God Most High has spoken about since the beginning of creation. What do you mean, internet? Well, I mean the same phenomenon going on over our international airports are going on at other international airports as well. I'm intrigued about that. They're calling them what? Drones. See how that just comes back? I could just use, let me see, since the internet ain't working, what can I get up off of? Oh, I can get internet. Where these intrigues happen at these international airports. Well, there's the word international sitting right next to intrigues. Right? I'm intrigued about, I wish I could get to, how come I can't get the Bible Hub? This is crazy. Can I get to, I can go to Google. See, something's wrong. Wisdom. Intrigues. 5 and 1. What am I looking for? Wisdom of Solomon? What the heck is this? King James Bible Online. What the hell is that? Salakia, bear with me. King James Bible Online. What is this? That's Joshua. This isn't even going to give me what I need. So what the hell are we looking at here? That's Gateway. This is crazy. I don't know what this is. I already know what they're doing here. This is bullshit. Okay, so I don't want this. I'm getting hung up here. What happened to the old King James Bible? This, King James Online. Oh boy. Okay, we'll go here. Is there King James here? Bear with me, please. Baba Shah. So this has been happening today. They won't even let me get it into Bible Hub. That's crazy. So they're playing hardball right now. I've never seen this before. Sure, KJV, there probably is not, right? Am I overlooking it? This is crazy. This is just crazy. How come we just can't go there? Okay, go back. That's crazy. Let me just read it like that. Won't give it to me. Okay, so I don't know how to work this. This is what it is. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then the righteous will stand with great confidence in the presence of those who have oppressed them, and those who make light of their labors. When the unrighteous see them, they will be shaken with dreadful fear, and they will be amazed at the unexpected salvation of the righteous. What is the unexpected salvation of the righteous? Okay, they will be amazed at the strangeness. See, that's different than unexpected. Amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. Okay, that's why I was trying so hard to get to the King James. And this, whatever is going on right now, this algorithm knows exactly what I'm doing. It's preventing me, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, and this is what we want. When the unrighteous see it, they will be uh, shaken with dreadful fear, right? And they will be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. Okay? I'm going to keep saying that. All right? Now, what does that mean? It goes into these drones. Okay, so I'm going to let a little bit of this play. Since they're blocking, I'm gonna figure that out. Block it.
Drones are destroying the Israeli military in South Lebanon.
Let me hear that again from the top. Say it. Say it clearly.
Here's the truth. FPV drones are destroying the Israeli military in South Lebanon. I mean, just look at this. They're getting wrecked. Merkava tanks keep getting hit one after the other. And that's because the IDF completely underestimated its opponent. We already covered this topic in my previous video, but the situation got even worse. Here, check this out. It's a helicopter medical evacuation team that got ambushed by an FPV drone. And for this one, we'll have to analyze the three angles of this same drone strike. The IDF came this close from witnessing a complete disaster. So in this video, we will explore the latest Hezbollah FPV drone strikes on the IDF and what it means for the Israeli campaign in southern Lebanon. My friends, welcome to my second channel, History Legends Flashpoint. Without further ado, let's jump right in. First things first, despite the ceasefire, fighting continues in southern Lebanon between the IDF and Hezbollah. However, it's obvious that Israeli troops are ill-prepared for modern warfare, and the Israeli command is panicking. The IDF admits to gaps in dealing with Hezbollah drones, the precise threat that worries the IDF, how explosive drones became Hezbollah's main weapon. And here,
how explosive drones
it's time to retrieve all
became Hezbollah. Okay, we're speaking on Hezbollah. This is crazy. How won't let me do it? Crazy. Straight crazy. Look at this. No results found. What the hell? Okay. Anyway, yeah.
Drones. From Haaretz, Hezbollah's new drones are immune to jamming, and the new security zone won't stop them. The root cause of this is the criminal incompetence of IDF commanders that didn't think that Hezbollah would eventually resort to FPV drones. It's not as if they've been used for 3 years now in Ukraine. This is the kit of a Hezbollah unit now operating in southern Lebanon. You have your regular infantry equipment, but most importantly, I want you to pay attention to these 10 drones and 12 RPG warheads. Imagine the damage this small unit can inflict on the IDF. And here's how Hezbollah fighters prepare for their drone strikes. We can see a 93mm PG-7L.
That's exactly what I wanted to see. He's going to strap a warhead on that drone.
It can inflict on the IDF. And here's how Hezbollah fighters prepare for their drone strikes. We can see a 93mm PG-7L anti-tank RPG warhead.
Fair use. I have no intention on doing none of this. I'm just reporting on the news. I'm not getting paid nothing. Okay, fair use.
Probably of Bulgarian origin. And then there's the drone below, but most importantly, we can spot the fiber optics drum. The FPV then takes off from in between 4 bricks, and here the fiber optics drum becomes visible. These fiber optics drones are immune to jamming. The drone then flies, circles over a city, and then strikes the front of a
Look at this.
tank. And you know what? It's
okay. So now, what do I have queued up? Did I get there? That's wisdom. Slovakia. Thought I had it together. Nope. Let's just go here. Where did I go? Can't find my Joel. Oh, here we go. It looks so different. Okay, so Let's look at the drones. Is this a drone? This is Joel 2 and 9. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. Okay. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Okay. All of this, they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. They shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break his ranks. When you see this right here, okay, what's the difference between this and a rocket? It would be the delivery system. But what is this? Okay, this is a rocket. Only difference between this is the warhead to the rocket, but what they do, they strapped it. So essentially, this is a rocket. This is a what? A missile. It's a missile, and this is the delivery system. Without the rocket, but with the warhead. What is a missile? This is a missile. Is it not? It is. This is a missile on a drone. Okay? This is a missile on a drone. That's what that is. The part of the missile that goes boom, shaped like a missile. Okay? It's a missile on a drone. Could that be what Joel saw? They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. They shall march every one on his ways. They shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. They got those drones dancing. Neither shall one dress. They got thousands of drones all in a pattern, all doing the same thing. Lighten up. Okay. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. It doesn't sound as much like a conventional rocket-propelled missile than like this drone-propelled missile. And guess what? What did he say? What's winning the war? Drones are. Drones done changed everything. Still a missile. Old with the new. Could this be what he's describing? Absolutely it could be. Are we seeing him in real time now? What did Joel see? Did he not see what we're seeing? Where's this in the scriptures? Right? This makes it clear that they're strapping it. He's showing it. I've described this many times, but never have I just seen him presented like that. What is going on?
Prepare for their drone strikes. We can see a 93mm PG-7L anti-tank RPG warhead, probably of Bulgarian origin. And then there's the drone below, but most importantly, we can spot the fiber optics drum. The FPV then takes off from in between 4 bricks, and here the fiber optics drum becomes visible. These fiber optics drones are immune to jamming. The drone then flies, circles over a city, and then strikes the front of a Merkava tank. And you know what? It's really in this last week that we saw an exponential use of FPV drones by Hezbollah. Here on the 24th of April, this Hezbollah FPV drone operator circled over the town of Kana. And then he finds this sort of HQ. There are multiple light vehicles, there's a truck at the rear, and then he goes in for one of the Humvees parked at the front. Many other Israeli vehicles were targeted that day.
In the window like a thief.
Here at the bottom of the screen we can see low battery, meaning the drone has been flying for quite some time. Usually in drone warfare, you have your recon UAVs that will guide these FPV strike drones to their targets. But in this case, it feels as if the pilot was on a hunt and just followed this mud path. He was about to fly off when he spotted an A-10 armored personnel carrier down below. Same principle here on the following strike against this sort of jeep or truck. In this one, I don't see a fiber optics drum, so it must be one of those regular FPVs. The drone flies over the town of Binchbil, the town that has seen a massive battle and that is now completely demolished. The pilot didn't see it, but the guys in the command post spotted Israeli vehicles on the left. So the pilot did a U-turn and then went in for one of the jeeps. And then
So this is in Lebanon. You see the terrain, you see the cities. They're just. So what do you think Iran looks like? Because they're bombing in straight.
you know how the Israeli army is currently destroying all the buildings in southern Lebanon in the areas they conquer so that the
all the buildings. They're destroying them because they want the people out of there if they can't come.
population doesn't come back. Well, in this footage, one of the drones flying over the settlement of Rashaf spotted an paga, how do you say it in Ingloid? An excavator. But then the video abruptly cuts, so I think he actually missed the target. All these videos were released on the 24th of April alone. According to officers in the ground wing, Hezbollah usually operates a surveillance drone, collects information, returns, and then
drone. I'm gonna take it back here. What does he say?
PV drone strikes on the IDF, and what it means for the Israeli campaign in southern Lebanon. My friends, welcome to my second channel, History Legends Flashpoint. Without further ado, let's jump right in. First things first, despite the ceasefire, fighting continues in southern Lebanon between the IDF and Hezbollah. However, it's obvious that Israeli troops are ill-prepared for modern warfare, and the Israeli command is panicking. The IDF admits to gaps in dealing with Hezbollah drones. The precise threat that worries the IDF, how explosive drones became Hezbollah's main weapon.
Boom, stop. The precise threat that worries the IDF, how explosive drones became Hezbollah's main weapon. Now they're whooping ass. Drones are destroying the Israeli military. Let's jump over here real quick. What does this say? Israeli troops in the FPV drone crosshairs. This is electronic intifada. All right, we're going to play a little bit of this. It's saying the same thing an hour ago. So drones right here, right? Let's look at this. And then shall the dragons get the upper hand, right? Who's that? Hezbollah? Doing what? What's Hezbollah doing? They're turning it. What does it say? FPV drones. What does it say? How explosive drones became Hezbollah's main with their turning it. Then shall the dragons have the upper hand. You see this? I can't even get to that. Is that second Ezra? Oh, we finally got there? Oh, everything finally... Wait. No. Anyway, let me see. This is second Ezra's. Anyway, 16 is what I want. Is it? Drums. Like we were dealing with UFOs there. Strangeness of his salvation, but let's see. Dragons, that's 15. Slovakia. Satan was fucking with this whole operation here. See? Oh, look at this. This is crazy. What? This is crazy. What happened? What is this? What just happened? This is crazy. Second Ezra did that somewhere else, didn't he? What is this? I have no clue what this is or what's going on. Wow. Yeah, they're jamming me. And then they set me up to jam me even more. Let's see. Second Ezra's 15. Piece of shit. This is crazy. Look at this. Crazy. Second Ezra's 15. Let's see. You're gonna give it to me here. I'm gonna go around Jebet. Carmanians. Then shall the dragons have the upper hand. What do you mean 1 through 10? What the hell is this? This is a trap. What do you mean read chapter? Come on, man. This is crazy. It's just not letting me get to where I'm going. Second Ezra 15 and 28. Behold, a horrible vision and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth, as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and they shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. And here's the point. Second Ezra 15:31. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. They're doing that now with Yemen, right? Yemen, Hezbollah, even Gaza, the what do they call them? The whatever they call them in there. They're fighters. Then shall these be troubled, bled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. Who are these? These Assyrians, right? The land of the Assyrians, the fighters from the Israelis, the IDF, and right these Assyrians, where'd they go? Right there, and then the Babylonians. Okay, and it is what it is. Anyway, if you understand anything of what's being said, that's what's happening right now. Okay, World War III is in effect, right? But what's winning right now? These drones are winning, right? These drones are winning. And they're not telling us anything about it. They're keeping it a big secret. Now, if we were over there whooping ass and winning, we'd be seeing it. But they're telling us, oh, we're winning. No. We're not seeing it. Anyway, let any of this play.
Freely in that area. An Israeli military officer told Haaretz yesterday that the only mission is to continue destruction.
The only mission is to continue destruction. You know who that is? That's Esau.
An Israeli military officer told Haaretz yesterday.
The thief cometh not but to what? Steal, kill, and destruction.
But the only mission is to continue destruction. There is no other mission. The IDF believes this systematic destruction of Shia villages will prevent villagers from returning home. Another commander said that contrary to the IDF's claims that the soldiers are destroying terrorist infrastructure in these villages, the destruction goes well beyond that. Quote, "It is not terrorist infrastructure. We are destroying everything. It goes well beyond that," an officer said about Israel's plans so far. If we look at the next map here, you can see this is more like more accurate of where Israeli vehicles have been, far off 10 kilometers. In some places, you can see
This is Lebanon.
It's only hundreds of meters. And each of those triangles, you can see a triangle on the far right on the coast of that map, and then you see one towards the central area, and another one on the eastern edge, and then going up the Galilee Panhandle, you see three more triangles. Those are the Israeli bases that they established inside Lebanon during the ceasefire. It was from those bases that they began their operations. And you can see where those bases are and how far they moved. Not very far. They're unable to move on the ground, which is consistent with their previous ground war in 2024, where they were also repelled from advancing.
How those tanks were stopped. How? Well, we just saw it over here. Okay, with these little drones. These drones are turning the tide. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and close.
You have your regular infantry equipment, but most importantly, I want you to pay attention to these 10 drones and 12 RPG warheads. Imagine the damage this small unit can inflict on the IDF. And here's how Hezbollah fighters prepare for their drone strikes. We can see a 93mm PG-7L anti-tank RPG.
There you have it. Anyway, I'm gonna close right here. I like this channel because he shows a lot of, he's showing shit blowing up. I'm sure it's all legal. History Legends Flashpoint. Okay, so with that, we pray that the elect ratified you, brother, and few sisters, shalom.